serving up a warm dish of the Triad's culinary fare, here's your weekly helping of food, news, and views. This is The Man Who Ate the Town.
Hey folks, and welcome to episode number 96 of the Man Who Ate the Town podcast. This is for the week of January 21st through 27th, 2019. My name is Tim Beeman.
My name is Ray Morgan.
And we're opening the recipe box. We are recording this episode of the Man Who Ate the Town at the Lab at Industry Hill. It is a repurposed building on North Chestnut Street in the old warehouse district of downtown Winston-Salem, what we now call Industry Hill. Our building alone houses a custom furniture company, a cool upholsterer that creates things that you'll see all over town, a manufacturer of fine cloth and denim totes, purses, bags, and other things, and a music creation station. And Industry Hill itself hosts a lot of cool things like restaurants, chocolatiers, breweries, entertainment complexes, a high-end stereo shop coming, and more. Find out more by visiting industryhill.com. First of all, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day today.
Thank you very much. Good day.
It is a good day, yeah. I don't usually go into a lot of that because, you know, the media is inundated with everything right now about Martin Luther King. So, yeah. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
You know, he was an amazing man.
Yes. Asian Barbecue and Grill is now open on Rinalda Road. The menu says it's traditional Filipino home cooking and more. Mary Hagland of Mary's Gourmet Diner, who grew up in the Philippines, says the food is excellent and the owners and staff are very hospitable, just the way you would expect a Filipino. She said all the things she remembers about Filipino people was good food and great hospitality.
And Mary should know.
Yes, she should. And
she's not going to say that if that's not the truth.
Nope.
That's not who Mary is.
The restaurant is located at 3230 Rinalda Road. They have adobo chicken. I guess it's lechon kawale, which is pork belly.
You smile when you say that to me.
Pork takwa, which is pork and tofu stir fry, and lumpia, which the description makes me think that they're like spring rolls on the menu. And I can't wait to try it out. And I mentioned that on one of their Facebook posts today, and they said they couldn't wait to have us over there. So
cool. We got to go.
Yes, we got to go soon. It looks like, from reading the map, when you're on Rinalda Road heading north, I guess it is, or west, going west, and you've passed all the main stuff, and you head down that hill to where the big mosquito farm is on this side. On your way down, there's somewhere there on the left, right past Valley Road.
Okay, so you're getting down into Old Town.
Not before you get to, way before you get to Old Town. This is right past like the funeral home there. It's right next to the retirement home.
Okay,
it's funny that
so before you go all the way down the hill. Yeah,
you'll pass the Dioli's.
Right.
And McDonald's there. And as you're going down the hill, I believe it's to your left.
So down there near where the Quakers have their church.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the churches. So
cool.
I just, it's there on Rinalda Road.
That's not far from where we live. We'll have to check that out.
I will say, I kind of wish they wouldn't have just called it Asian Barbecue and Grill if they're going with the Filipino thing. Why not call it a Filipino grill?
Maybe they're going to do something more than just Filipino.
Well, there are some things on there that look like it's the Asian fusion thing, but they mention it says Filipino home cooking and more. I would just rather, because people will get a stigma in their head about what Asian barbecue and grill means. I think that they're going to think that it's just another Asian fusion place, and it looks like that they're trying to not just be that. So anyway, I can't wait to go try it and see what's going on.
Sounds like a plan.
This is not in Winston-Salem, which we are not always in Winston-Salem, but it has something to do with Winston-Salem.
Okay.
Boondoggies hot dog truck owner and Drew Ausley, who has gained a following by parking his truck on a parking lot on the corner of Clemensville and Stratford Roads, across from Moore self-service or self-storage place. has opened a brick-and-mortar store on Main Street in Yadkinville.
I had heard that.
This is in the former location of Hillbilly Barbecue and Grub. I'm glad it's not there.
Talking about a stigma because of the name.
Yeah. His father will be managing the restaurant, who is Andrew Ausley II, so I'm supposing Drew is the third.
Trey.
Or Trey, yeah. He just goes by Drew. It will be managing the restaurant, and he also owns Hal's Holy Smokin' Barbecue, a catering company that also is located in Yadkinville. The latter is where Boone Doggy's truck uses. That's what they use for their commissary.
Okay.
They will sell their signature dogs, but also a variety of cheeseburgers and other sandwiches. They will also have chicken tenders and popcorn shrimp and a meatloaf plate and other things like that. There is a barbecue pit out back, and with Drew's Pops being a pit master, they'll probably have some of that on the menu shortly.
You'd think.
You'd think.
I saw some comments about that on Facebook, and everybody was severely disappointed that he didn't do that in Winston.
Yeah.
It's like, now we got to drive out to Yadkinville for that?
I think that's because just the way that Winston is about their health department stuff. It's so stringent. It's just so hard for someone, especially someone who doesn't have a restaurant already here, to break in, because you have to. There's a lot of politicking going on, I think, but it's difficult to break into here. So, I'm about to sneeze, so if you're wondering why I'm poking myself in the eyeballs.
I'm watching and backing up.
There is a new Asian-inspired food truck launched by a former restaurant family here in Winston. The Kimball family, Alex, Jody, and Jim Jr., are the owners of Pacific Rim Food Truck, which opened for business on New Year's Day. The truck specializes in such Asian cuisines as Japanese, Korean, and Thai. Of course, it's an Asian fusion.
Nice. Well, with the Batmobile going off the streets,
yes,
created an opening for a good truck like that.
The Kimballs were raised in the restaurant business. Jim Kimball Sr. and oldest son, Alex, who is now 62 and here, owned Savannah's restaurant on University Parkway in the 80s and 90s.
I remember Savannah's.
We owned Savannah's for 10 years and one day, Alex says. Alex, now a truck driver, has been out of the restaurant business for more than 15 years, but he was more than ready to get back into it. We all missed it, he says. Jody is 45 and is a DJ at nights, but works on the truck during the day. Just starting out with a few days a week, but we plan to do more, he says.
Great.
Jim Jr. is a CRNA, nurse anesthetist.
Yeah.
I can't ever say that word.
Yeah. They put
anesthesia, yeah. In Raleigh, but he helps on his days off when he can.
They knock you out.
Yeah. Mama said knock you out. So did the doctor.
Bam. Okay, I'm out.
So they said that the concept for the truck began with a favorite recipe from Savannah's, their take on Japanese teriyaki. Savannah's was known for teriyaki and stir fries. The teriyaki recipe has been in the family for 45 years.
That's a long time for one recipe.
It is. It is.
You'd think they'd perfected it by now.
Pacific Rim offers chicken, steak, and a combination teriyaki that consists of meat charbroiled with pineapple, hibachi vegetables, and yum-yum sauce over rice.
I keep picturing these large Godzilla-like creatures coming up out of the ocean and the robots coming to fight them and then go, wait a minute, that's not the food truck.
Gojira! Of course, I'm getting this from the Relish article because, again, no one tells me anything. I have to go and aggregate it myself. Also on the menu is galbi, which is Korean barbecue short ribs served with kimchi and rice. Jody says, my mother-in-law is from Korea. The kimchi recipe we're using has been in her family for generations.
Nice.
In addition to traditional cabbage kimchi, the Kimballs will also make cucumber kimchi. They will also offer a Thai-style ground chicken with basil, peppers, green beans, and fried egg for $10.
Nice.
Not bad.
Sounds tasty.
My sister-in-law is from Laos, and she taught me how to cook a lot of Thai food, Jody says. So a lot of in-laws of his are Asian.
Sounds like a day, yeah.
His mother-in-law
Very
is
family
Korean.
thing.
His sister-in-law is Laotian. Is that how you say? What are they? She's from
Laotian?
Laos.
I don't know. You got me on that one.
Yeah.
Darn it. I didn't prepare. I should have studied that.
So they say even though that they've been in business for only a few weeks now, it already has secured a regular spot every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the parking lot of the Coffee Park, Airstream, and Mike Orange Barks. Mike.
Easy for you.
Yeah. Mock Orange Bikes, not Mike Orange Box. So while you're there, stop it and tell Tommy Priest that I said to tell him hello.
Hey.
It has also made appearances at such places as Fiddlin' Fish and Hoots Roller Bar.
So if they keep doing that, they'll get good exposure.
Yep. They say that they hope the demand for the truck will increase over time, but right now they're just enjoying the opportunity to spend time together.
That's awesome.
We're doing this as a business, but also as a way to bring the family together.
Gotta love that.
Oh, yeah.
You can relate to family being involved with
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was in the family business for almost 30 years. So, yeah.
And you're still. Your
I'm
son
still-
is involved with you.
That's right. And well, I'm still
You're involved in what he's
with,
doing.
yeah, I'm still involved with my family stuff.
Yeah.
So, DiLisios,
Yes.
our official Italian sponsor here, is going to have not one but two seatings for a wine dinner on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
4 courses and each with a different wine. It is $65 a person, but you're going to leave out of there full and satisfied, I guarantee it.
And after 4 glasses of wine, maybe.
Well, and the thing with them, with their wine dinners, has always been in the past, when you're on that course, if you finish, because they don't just do a little sample, it's not a tasting, you're actually
get a
having
glass
wine.
of wine.
When you're done, they come by and refill it again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me guzzle the first glass.
Yeah,
It's all right.
yeah.
I'll take a second, third, fourth.
Yeah, oh yeah, as many as you want. They will
Nice.
keep coming back around and filling that up again.
Of course, with a 4-course meal, you don't want to fill up on the wine either.
Says you. No. No. Yeah. You know, it's a true balance that you have to work with there. So,
That sounds like it'd be a really good choice
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day.
$65 a person, and I know that sounds steep, but if you go to any other fine dining restaurant and order 1 glass of wine, and you're going to have
$7 to $10 for a glass of wine.
Yeah.
You're going to get 4. Well, there's $28 right there at a minimum.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then
Yeah.
you're talking about your dinner on top of that, a 4-course meal. You spend about $30 for that. Well, of course, you're right on track.
Yep.
It's not asking too much.
Not at all.
It actually is in line with some other specials I've seen in town.
Yeah. So, and listen to WTOB. I don't usually
I was going to say, you don't usually plug them.
plug them, but they are going to have a giveaway this week and the next week.
Oh.
It's a free limo ride, pair of diamond earrings, I believe. The DiLisios dinner.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
and more. So listen up for that on WTOB. I don't know what times and I don't know when. I don't even know what the special is. I just know it involves a lot of that stuff. I had talked with them at DiLisios 2 weeks ago. So just
Now-
give it a listen.
We also know that DiLisios takes reservations.
For this, they do.
They're going to book up quick.
Yes, so you need to call 336-546-7202 or email delicios@yahoo.com. Tell them that the man who sent the town
ate me.
man who ate the town sent you. I don't know. I can't talk today. My tongue's wrapped around my eye tooth and I can't see what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't wait to contact DiLisios.
No, you need to do it right now.
They only, it's not a place where they can seat 200 people.
No, it's only about, I'd say 30 people per seating.
Yeah. So it's going to be a short list. So get yourself on it quick.
Yep. Foothills does their Craft Happiness project. Back in 2017, they had an idea. What if instead of servicing their favorite charitable causes with the usual events and donations, they use craft beer as a platform to actually try and make a real difference in the needs of the community?
Okay, I like that
because
idea.
their brews use their brews to actually try and make the world, or at least their little corner of it, a better place. Thus was born Craft Happiness Project, a series of monthly-ish IPAs that quite literally put their money where their mouth is. Since January 2017, they have offered up beers that were named for needs in the community, partnered with nonprofits to spread the word about that need, and subsequently donated a share of the beer's proceeds to those nonprofits.
Cool.
Their first ever offering was called Domicile, brewed to bring attention to the problem of homelessness in the community. After that came Haven, highlighting the plight of rescue animals. From kids' education to beach restoration, first responders to natural wonders, Craft Happiness has brought attention to over 24 ongoing needs in the region, and they have donated over $12,000 to organizations that service those needs.
That's fantastic.
So this year they're giving the project a new look. They sent me the thing. It's a hot plant with a heart in the middle.
Cool.
Craft Happiness Project. You can lend a hand from your bar stool, they say. Every pint of Craft Happiness IPA sold helps Foothills Beer donate resources to organizations in your community that fill critical needs for people, animals, and the environment. Craft Happiness IPA Project. Good beer that does good. So they are pleased to be brewing the following beers for us in 2019 and supporting the corresponding needs in the community. There's Possible IPA. That's the one that's happening right now. Kicks off 2019, brewed to help us imagine what's possible if we all try and make a difference in the community. Proceeds from sales help Operation USA, a group that's 100% privately funded and works to alleviate the effects of disasters, disease, and endemic poverty throughout the world by providing relief, reconstruction, and development aid.
Wow, there it went.
Yeah.
Ha-boom.
I get foreign whenever I sneeze sometimes. Companion IPA. Approximately 6.5 million companion animals enter U.S. animal shelters nationwide every year. Companion IPA will be brewed to support animal rights and rescue. Proceeds will benefit Brother Wolf Animal Rescue in Asheville. Ailment IPA. Ailment means food. From the Latin word to feed.
Yes, that Latin.
Yes. That was not even pig Latin. That was the crap Latin that I speak. This IPA will help bring awareness to the issue of hunger in our country, where despite our high standard of living, 1 in 5 U.S. children goes to bed hungry. Sales for that will go to Feeding America, which here in Winston-Salem is affiliated with Second Harvest Food Bank.
That's cool.
The Biome IPA is a large naturally occurring community of flora and fauna occupying a major habitat. This IPA will help protect and preserve wildlife and plant life in our states. Sales proceeds will help the Nature Conservancy. Acreage IPA, subsistence agriculture is the dominant economic activity among the global poor. This IPA will provide support for small-scale farms and their place in helping to alleviate hunger. Proceeds will help Farmer Food Share based in Durham. There's Nautical IPA that helps with Ocean Conservancy. Encourage IPA, which is more for kids, an online community that brings parents, families, and teachers together in order to share ideas and information to improve children's lives. Raptorial IPA. Among the apex predators in our ecosystem, birds of prey suffer from habitat loss, poisoning, pollution, and shooting. This IPA is all about preserving and protecting birds of prey. So the Carolina Raptor Center will be the benefit of that. Distance IPA, to visit their Foot Soldier Run Club. Allow good runners, shows you that good runners are good people. Many of them, in fact, compete in distance events specifically to raise money for charities. And this one goes to the Foothills Bike MS team and Team in Training. The Dream IPA will go to Junior Achievement USA, an organization that empowers young people to own their economic success through programs that give students knowledge and skills in financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship. And the last one is called Wish IPA, and that's the Toys for Tots for the Marines.
I love how they've taken global issues and then brought every one of those back down to a local level.
Right. So it says, have a beer, make a difference. It's that simple. As a craft beer drinker, it's never been easier to help your community. Simply by ordering a Craft Happiness IPA where available, you'll be helping us to help your community and make a real difference for people, animals, and environments in need. Need help funding Craft Happiness beers where you live? Finding them where you live. Check out the Foothills Beer Finder.
There you go.
Yeah.
Drink up
Foothills,
for a good cause.
Foothills does great stuff.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
You know, here's a company that could just say, hey, let's just make another beer.
Yeah.
People like it. We'll make a new IPA each month. We'll do something, a little creative with it. No, let's use that as an opportunity for a bigger conversation. I love that. Love that.
Well, it's time for food holidays, so we see the useless days of the year that we barely care about. But yesterday, did you eat cheese yesterday?
I did. I had some Gouda.
Was it Gouda?
It was very Gouda.
We shop at Publix. I'm just, if Publix wants to pay me for saying that, they can't.
They should. They should pay you because you don't have to say that.
No, I don't. But I was there, and it was National Cheese Lovers Day, as I told everyone last Monday.
You did.
And there was a lot to choose from. They were sampling cheese, and we were doing that. They had this goat cheese with apricots, dried apricots inside.
Really?
It was really, really good.
That sounds good.
We bought the Dutch aged Gouda, so it was Gouda that we got that.
Yeah, it's very good that you did that.
Yeah, I love cheese.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it is important. Today,
the 21st of January, is National Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Brought to you by the BB rifle makers of this world.
It was founded in 2001 by Christy Hargrove, a wildlife rehabilitator in Asheville, North Carolina, because food sources are scarce in midwinter.
Yeah.
They've never had a problem in the million years that there has been squirrels. I mean, look at...
They find something to eat.
Yeah.
In fact, there are multiple large oak trees right off of my back deck. And I can go out there right now and show you dozens of acorns in various states of being eaten.
Yeah, husks and such, yes.
Yeah, they have plenty. Squirrel Appreciation.
Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Okay. I mean, they are cute rodents.
They are, but they're rats nonetheless.
Yeah, tree rats.
National Granola Bar Day, which I'm okay with, whatever.
I like granola bars.
But then today is also New England Clam Chowder Day.
Oh.
Now, this past September, I spent almost a week in Boston.
Did you have some
Oh, my
New
God,
England clam
yes.
chowder?
I had in this place, and I can't off the top of my head remember what the name of it was, but it was fantastic. The best New England clam chowder that I've ever had.
You tell me I have to go to Boston for that? I can't eat that here.
I've not found it here.
Wow.
I've not found it like that. The secret, I believe, was a shitload of dill.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah. It is not only white, but green speckled.
Wow.
Because there's so much dill in there.
Fresh dill.
Yeah, I will show you a picture before you leave.
And fresh clams.
And fresh clams, because,
It's right
they
there.
make it right there. Yeah. Oh, it was so delicious.
So this is the day we recall your clam chowder experience.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, clam chowder, more than meets the eye. sorry, Transformers. That was
They appreciate the reference.
yeah, I'm sure.
Free press, free press.
While I'm
You're
looking
gonna have
for
to quit
this,
giving away free press to Publix and Transformers.
I
and
know.
all those places.
I know. I still do it though. You know how I
I used to shop at Publix all the time when I lived in Florida because they were dominant. Wow, that is an amazing looking clam chowder.
Yeah, and the flavor was 3
All
times
that
better
dill.
than that. I know. It's just overrun with
Generally,
dill
you don't see anything like that in clam chowder.
and cheese.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have to make a road trip.
Yep. Let's do it. In 1908, on this day, New York City makes it illegal for women to smoke in public.
Well, they got over that.
Yeah. My times have changed.
You've come a long way, baby.
In 1976, the supersonic Concorde commercial aircraft built with funding from the French and British governments began regular service. It flew quicker than any other planes between eastern U.S. airports and London and Paris. The fleet were retired in October 2003. In 1985, James Beard, the culinary expert and cookbook author, died in New York at the age of 81. That's where the James Beard Award comes from.
Yep.
On the 22nd, it's National Blonde Brownie Day, or Blondie, as we call them. It's also, for our friends over at Texas Pete, there's another free plug, because Glenn Garner is a drinking buddy of mine. It's National Hot Sauce Day.
Oh, okay.
Also, on the 22nd, in 1892, Coca-Cola was incorporated. In
So glad that
1959, the 7-ounce seamless recyclable aluminum beer can is introduced by Coors of Golden, Colorado.
7 ounces.
7 ounces.
Why? Why would you want 7 ounces
Well, it's Coors.
of beer? Yeah, you probably need to
Yeah.
make a 4-ounce can.
Yeah. I would just, I wouldn't even do a shot of that. So, in 1984, the Apple Macintosh computer was introduced in a TV commercial, emulating 1984, during
remember
Super
that.
Bowl 18.
It's been a long time ago. We're up to 53 now, so
Yes.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So 84 to, that's what, 35 years?
Yeah. And gosh, 84, that was it was the year I graduated high school. I actually took a computer class that year in high
I was
school.
in 8th grade.
And we used the old Radio Shack TRS 80s. So I think that was when the Apples first showed up.
2 days later, they went on sale to the public.
And the world has never been the same.
No, I mean, we're recording this on an Apple Macintosh.
There you go.
On the 23rd, it's National Pie Day. Oddly enough, there's not any targeting for this one. It's just pie.
It's not specific. It's not chocolate or raspberry or rhubarb. It's just pie.
Or mincemeat. It's
So we can just
pie.
go eat lots of pie?
Yes, pie.
Excuse for pie.
And pie R squared.
I love it.
In 1803, sadly, Arthur Guinness died.
Oh, but look what Mr. Guinness left
Oh,
us.
yes. He's an Irish brewer, founder of the Guinness Brewery, and Guinness Book World Records, same people.
Centuries later, we're still enjoying the Guinness brew.
Oh, yeah.
That says, you could say centuries later. It's not, weeks later.
Yep.
Centuries.
Thank you, Arthur. There's somewhere on this table right there.
Yes.
It's a Guinness,
Guinness.
bottle opener. I call that Arthur's church key.
I love a good Guinness.
On the 24th, it's one of my favorite days, National Peanut Butter Day. It's also
Can we combine that with Pie Day?
peanut butter pie. I like peanut butter pie.
There you go.
It's
And blondies.
And
Put it all
blondies.
together.
the crust could be blondie.
It could, blondie crust, peanut butter filling, and chocolate on top.
Hell yeah, it's like a big ass Reese's cup.
Yeah. Okay, I'm hitting sugar overload quickly.
It's also Beer Can Appreciation Day.
I appreciate you, Ken.
I do. I appreciate you so very much.
I no longer appreciate that you're empty, but I appreciated you 10 minutes ago.
In 1922, on the 24th, Christian K. Nelson, an ice cream salesman in Ottawa, Iowa, was issued a patent for the Eskimo pie.
Oh.
In 1930,
glad he came up with that.
do you like Eskimo pie?
I do.
So what's the difference between an Eskimo pie and Klondike bar? Is it just named?
The Eskimo pie, aren't those ones that have sticks in them?
They might.
And the Klondike bar has no stick.
Yeah,
Just wrapper.
You know, I'm kind of embarrassed what I did for a Klondike bar. In 1935, the beer can, created by American Can Company, was introduced in Richmond, Virginia by the Gottfried Kruger Brewing Company of Newark, New Jersey. The products were Kruger's Finest Beer and Kruger's Cream Ale, neither of which I think are still brewed today.
So let's go back to that, what you did for a Klondike.
I can't say, man. I promised that I would never reveal that.
Listeners, what you don't know is that right here is an 18-minute hole that we cut out where he told the story.
Meanwhile, back on the podcast, in 1950 on the 24th, Percy L. Spencer received a patent for the microwave oven.
Oh.
In 1984, again, this is 2 days later, the very first Apple Macintosh computers were sold.
Yes.
In 1980,
We finally caught up to what you already yeah.
That's right. See, it
You
all
were
comes
ahead
back.
of your time.
I was. I'm back to it now. So 1985, that's a hole we cut out.
Yes.
In 1985, on the 24th, Coca-Cola announced it had received permission to sell Coca-Cola in the Soviet Union.
Mm.
It's about the same time that they changed the formula, too, wasn't it? In 85?
They started doing that crap new Coke stuff.
Yeah.
And that went over so well.
Yeah, it was Pepsi, is what it tasted like.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all.
I think it was only 2 months later that Coca-Cola Classic ended up coming.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll learn about that as the year goes on. In 1996, on the 24th, the U.S. FDA approved the fat substitute Olestra, brand name Olean. Olestra is unapproved for sale in many countries, including the European Union and our neighbors to the north, Canada. Side effects include abdominal cramps and inhibition of vitamin absorption. And also gives you the shits.
Yeah. Oh, good reasons to keep it up.
Yeah. Stay away from it if you absolutely can.
Is that stuff even legal now?
I don't know. I haven't heard one way or another, but I would hope to think that no, it's not doing it anymore. On the 25th, it's National Irish Coffee Day. Another day I can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
In 1938, on the 25th, New England Products, Inc. registered V8 trademark for its combination of 8 vegetable juices. Wow, I could have had a V8. In 1945, Grand Rapids, Michigan became the first U.S. city to fluoridate its drinking water to reduce tooth decay. And then Flint, Michigan, right up the road, you can't drink water at all now.
Yeah.
In 1959, on the 25th, American Airlines opened the jet age in the U.S. with its first scheduled transcontinental flight of a Boeing 707. That was just 59. I thought it was longer than that.
I would have thought it was further back myself. But you think, it was only in the, 30s?
Yeah.
We had Kitty Hawk, so.
That's true. No. It was
No, back in the yes, the O's.
1903 is whenever they did that. That was a trivia question at Finnegan's last week. 1974, on the 25th, Ray Kroc, founder of McDonald's fast food chain, bought the San Diego Padres for $12 million.
Wow. You couldn't buy it for that today. You couldn't even pay one of their players with that for a year now.
Even the rookies.
Yeah.
In 1993, on the 25th, Sears announced the closing of the catalog sales department after 97 years. And now, in 2019, they are barely holding on within an inch of their life.
Well, in fact, the Sears in Winston-Salem is going to be closing.
Yes.
I understand the hospital's taking that space over.
Yeah, right next to the Dave & Buster's is getting ready to open.
I'm curious to see what that's going to be like.
Well, when you get drunk and fall and hurt yourself, you can just go to the hospital.
Yeah, you'll be right there.
On the 26th, it's National Peanut Brittle Day.
Ooh.
In 1938, the first state temperance law was passed by Ray's native Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And moonshine sales rocketed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Prohibition did nothing but get people drunk.
Oh, I'm telling you, for the longest time, when I was still a kid, which does take us back, moonshine still was the number one cash crop in East Tennessee where I lived.
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
No, it's weed now.
Now
right?
it's weed.
In 1962, on the 26th, Michael Sciarello was born. He is a celebrity chef, author, winery owner, and cooking show host. On the 27th, it's National Chocolate Cake Day.
Oh, I love this week. It's pie and chocolate cake.
Peanut butter, peanut brittle,
and
Irish
blondies,
coffee,
Irish
blondies.
coffees and Guinness and
Squirrels.
Squirrel! It's a great week. What else is coming up this week?
Squirrel gravy for everybody.
Oh,
I appreciate squirrel gravy.
I don't. But go ahead.
No, I don't either. I don't either. So yeah, in 1880 on the 27th, Thomas Edison was granted a patent for electric lamps giving light by incandescence, thereby stealing the ideas and profits from Nikola Tesla. In 1888, the National Geographic Society was officially incorporated. On the 27th in 1933, in Saskatchewan, Canada, it's just fun to say, Saskatchewan, Canada, record-setting hen Lady Victorine died after laying her 694th egg.
How many eggs have you got in you? 694. I'm done.
I thought I could do the 695th, but just didn't.
I was shooting for 700.
Pluck. 1984 on the 27th, Michael Jackson's hair catches fire while filming a Pepsi commercial.
The flame could be seen from space.
Yeah. The man-made landmark seen from space. Houston, are you getting this? In 2005, Procter & Gamble announced it agreed to buy Gillette for $57 billion, combining some of the world's best-known household brands. And in 2006, the last Western Union telegrams were sent.
Really? They were still sending telegrams as late as 2006.
Yep.
Huh. I missed that little tidbit when it was coming through the first time.
All right.
Yeah.
Someone was sending you a wire.
And there's one other thing that's coming up in this next week on the 29th. You didn't mention it.
That's not till next week.
In 2000, my daughter was born.
Oh, yeah. Well, you mention it next week whenever we do the show that involves the 29th.
Okay. I'm already up there.
Time travel is not yet a thing, dude.
But there'll be a point in the future where they'll look back and go, hey, time travel.
That's your food holidays and history for this week. Special thanks to James Ehler for providing us with a lot of this useless information.
Thanks, James.
And I mean that in the best of ways, because I like to think that I do fancy a lot of useless information.
Yeah, it's fun to know.
The Man Who Ate the Town podcast is part of the Less Desirables podcast network. Along with this podcast, you can listen to the Less Desirables, The Beer Dads, Fan Interference, and Apartment 5B. You can find all these podcasts and their latest episodes on our network website and directory, tldpodnetwork.com. I just am having the hardest time talking today.
I know that the backup mouth is in the shop and the new one's still being shipped in.
Yeah.
It'll be here soon.
We'd greatly appreciate it if you visited our sponsors, like DiLisios Italian Restaurant. 301 Brookstown Avenue is the go-to Italian restaurant in town. Tony carefully prepares dishes from his native Napoli, hearty and delicate dishes that whisk you away to the eateries of southern Italy. I want to say, I interrupt this.
You interrupt this regularly scheduled
promotional
announcement
to wish Tony a happy, quick recovery while doing some things for Maria around the house. He fell off a ladder and broke a rib, thereby not being allowed to cook in the kitchen. Ooh. And it's driving them nuts. So
you can't do much to heal a rib, but just time.
Just time, yeah.
And
so
no lifting.
No lifting, no. And so they are in need of some kitchen help. If anyone listening knows someone or is someone that can help, give them a call, because they could certainly use the help for the next few weeks anyway.
Yeah, I can appreciate it.
They have great beer and wine lists, and they're open from 11 to 9 Monday through Thursday and 11 to 10 on Fridays and Saturdays.
And a special Valentine promotion that you really need to go ahead and get your reservations for. Thank you.
That's right. Again, call 336-546-7202 or email DiLisios@yahoo.com.
And if you didn't catch that, you can find them on the web.
The web and on Instagram and Facebook. Washington Perk and Provision Company, located at 301 West 4th Street. While you're getting your Wolfie's custard, you can pick up eggs, milk, and cheese from Homeland Creamery, a cup of Larry Beans coffee, chips,
coffee.
peanut butter, bread, napkins, hot sauce, and so on. The Perk has a beer and wine wall and a deli that makes tasty, affordable goodies every day. Washington Perk is better than a convenience store, not quite a grocery store. Again, they are 301 West 4th Street. You can find them on Facebook, Washington Perk. And on Instagram, it's WashingtonPerk_DTWS. The Humble Bee shop is located at 1003 Brookstown Avenue in the west end of downtown.
Be sure to go to 100.
Yeah, not 103.
103. You won't get there. They don't have the same good stuff.
You can't get there from here.
No.
Visit for cookies, cakes, pies, and other dessert goodies made just for you if you need vegan or gluten-free. She does that too. Everything is carefully crafted and made 100% from scratch. The Humble Bee shop wants to challenge your perception of scratch made and leave you with an experience you couldn't possibly forget. For more information, follow them on Facebook and Instagram and visit thehumblebeeshop.co. That's SHOPPE.co.
You know, we need to give her our idea of the pie with the blondie crust and the peanut butter filling and the chocolate.
It's this week worth of stuff in squirrel gravy.
Yeah. It'd be awesome if she did that.
Yeah, without the squirrel gravy.
Without the squirrel gravy, of course. But if she did all of that, I'd love to see what she would do with that. It'd be awesome.
Nice. I'll send her a message. Keep an eye on the blog and this podcast to find out more about food news and happenings around town. If you have any food news, send us an email, tim@themanwhoatethetown.com, or on the Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter instant messengers. Like us on Facebook. On Twitter, we are man8thetown. On Instagram, we are man8thetown. I'm hoping that next week or the week after we might have a guest. I'll tell you about that when we're off the air.
Ooh, I like the idea of a guest. And we're only 1, 2, 3, 4 away from 100th episode.
Well, after this one is 3 still.
Well, yeah.
But this will be 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Because this is 96.
That's true.
So I did the math of 96 from 100, and I came up with 4.
You're right.
I did it without a calculator. I was very proud of myself.
Right. And you didn't even have to take your shoes off for it.
I didn't. I was able to use both hands and got that number.
For 4. You don't know this, but he's missing 4 fingers. All right. Well, my name is Tim.
And my name is Ray.
And we're closing the recipe box. Until next time, thank you for reading. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Bon appetit. The views and opinions stated by me or any of my guests are solely those of ours and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of our hosting companies, distributors, enemies, friends, or relatives. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced or distributed without express written consent of the man who ate the town, that's me, and Such Limited Inc. However, if you ask nicely, we'll probably let you.